Good evening. I'm actually quite nonplussed what to talk. You all are technical wizards. I am not. You're master of your technology. I am not. I am just a consumer of the technology. So I thought I'll share with you the perspective of a consumer, what a consumer wants and expects from the system. What I realized was that I found that in the various departments of the government from where I come, a person who's appointed to head the IT departments has to be a person who has a missionary zeal to use technology and advance it further and further. It should not be that today I am sitting in education department, tomorrow I go to IT, tomorrow, day after tomorrow I go to maybe flood control management. So I won't have that zeal. First thing I find is that there has to be a missionary zeal for this. Secondly, what I felt was there's somewhere a lack of synchronicity and coordination between different departments, which is the reason perhaps from perspective of a consumer, the growth has not been so much use of technology. For example, I'll share with you, different departments are using different operating systems in the country. We in the judiciary, we started something called ICJS, Interoperable Criminal Justice System. The purpose was, as some of you would be aware, whenever a bail order is passed, you'd be surprised to know it takes at times month to reach the prisoner that he has already been granted bail. So it creates a lot of discontent and cynicism in the society. Similarly, there are certain forged bail orders, forged orders of the court. So to cover all these things, and then there's another very important thing is in criminal courts, those who are aware would know that without the MLCs, medical legal certificates, and the postmortem certificates, cases remain pending and they keep getting deferred because nobody has time to fetch it from the hospital concerned. So ICJS aimed that the moment a doctor has conducted a postmortem or a medical examination, with click of his mouse, straight away the information in real time should reach me sitting in the court and the police station and the prosecutor's office. So we started working on that, but we came across certain roadblocks because different departments are using different operating systems. Courts are using one, jail is using one, police is using another one. And I believe this is because, and this is the reason we are not able to utilize the technology to its fullest. So we need to work upon this. Then I'll share with you some, there are certain aspects which where we are using technology, information technology or artificial intelligence. Today there is a major problem which we anticipate is the data protection. All our data are stored in servers. The evidence which you give in court, the electronic file of a case which I prepare, they're all stored in a server. Now, Delhi was a pioneer that we created a duplicate server in Madurai. So in case, God forbid, if something wrong happens today in Delhi, some calamity, tomorrow morning our courts can still function retrieving data from Madurai. But for how long will we keep doing that? I repeat, I am a lay person. I do not know. You are technological experts. You know far better. The apprehension in my mind is that there has to be why can't there be a single repository of entire electronic material concerned with the courts? And not today, for past almost 10 years, I have been raising this issue at different forums. Unfortunately, we do not have an enactment covering a repository of entire electronic material. What should be is that across the country, wherever any evidence is recorded in electronic form, there should be a repository somewhere, a common repository and controlled by a law. I do not know when that will take place, but that's an issue. Then we also need stronger protections and stronger firewalls. I don't know. I don't know whether the technical word I'm using correct is or not. I am a layperson. Firewalls, like recently we encounter a very crazy situation. The court was being run through video conferencing and somebody hacked the system and started playing pornography. It's a huge, huge embarrassment for us. Not just because the pornography was played, but because it's a matter of concern. Tomorrow anything can be hacked in our system. And the way artificial intelligence is growing, tomorrow I do not know, somebody sitting on a screen looking like me, my 3D image created, augmented reality and all those things, big things, and somebody might be taking orders somewhere. These are certainly the matters of concern for us. Then another area where I would request all of you technical giants to look. When we record evidence, those of you who would have seen the recording of trials in the courts, what happens is that the judge is, before the judge, the witness is stating something, then he is cross-examined. Now each sentence stated by the witness is translated by the judge into English. It's typed by the stenographer, and that's how, and every question, every answer, imagine the kind of time the judge is spending on the translation activity, which could be otherwise managed. Secondly, my understanding of English or any vernacular language would be completely different from yours. My expressions will be completely different from yours. So what happens is, by the time a file reaches the judge who has to decide the case, 3 to 4 judges have recorded evidence at different stages. So it's their perception of what the witness stated gets recorded and we decide on that. So there is a huge element of subjective understanding in this exercise. It can be made a streamlined, uniform pattern with the help of artificial intelligence. There are few applications, I believe, in the market, and we've started working on that, where whatever the witness states in vernacular, that would in real time get converted into English text, and that text is available to the judge. But there also we are finding certain hiccups, like local lingos, local expressions, local words. At times they are not able to do so well. Now in this field, I have been interacting with those who were giving us this application. in our trials, there is something called demeanor of the witness. That helps us to understand whether the witness is telling truth or lie. Witness fumbles, witness stammers, witness tries to avoid question, witness is looking elsewhere and taking time to respond. All these things are demeanor, which help us trying to understand what the witness is thinking. But here comes a dangerous situation, that it is again a matter of subjectivity. Judges are also human beings. Judges are not superhuman. So if a person before me is stammering, and I straight away draw conclusion that he is telling a lie, ignoring that maybe the person is not feeling comfortable, or maybe his general tendency is to express like that. If we have technology to assist us, that will help us hugely. And for that, I have been requesting the persons who are handling this, that we have today facial recognition system. So why can't we develop some system where facial recognition tells that the person is how much is the possibility that the person is telling a truth or he is telling a lie? It can't be 100%, but still it can be to a major extent. We can work upon it. Then facial recognition, in fact, we are actually using. Shortly, we are going to have elections of all bar associations in Delhi. So there, we wanted to ensure that a person of one particular bar should not be allowed to vote for different bars, different bar associations. There are different bar associations of different Tisazari, Rohini, High Court, Supreme Court, right, Karkarduma. So we do not want, if I have voted in, as a lawyer, I have voted in Tisazari Bar Association, I should not again go and vote in Patiala House as well. So for that we have started working on facial recognition system. So systems are interconnected in different court complexes, so that the moment a person goes to vote in Tisazari, in real time, this person sitting at Karkarduma knows that yes, this person has gone there. Now, how far it becomes successful, we are yet to see that. Another aspect on which I would request all of you to work upon is the streamlining of the land records of the country. Today, land is a major problem in this country. So many different authorities holding different kinds of land, and they have different kinds of records. Those of you who have ever had experience of looking for some land, some agricultural land, you go to Patwari, Kanungo, SDM, and you just keep roaming around, you do not get to know what all is happening. There is some sub-registrar who has registered the documents. So why can't we have some technological system where we have access to all land records easily available to us? Another aspect on which we people are working and hope to do it better is, of course, judging cannot be left to technology. We still hold that very strong view. You may, somebody may not agree, but we hold very strong view that judging has to be a human action, not machine act. But think of the situation that every day we have to deal with almost 200 cases, each judge. In Delhi High Court today, each judge on an average has 150 cases. Each file consists of almost 500 pages. So every evening, we spend 4 hours in the evening after court work to read tomorrow's files. Now, it is here that the technology can help us. Technology, some system should be there which gives me précis of, let's say, the entire 500 pages in 10 pages every evening, so that next morning I have read those 10 pages, I can understand the lawyer better who is arguing, and I can put him better questions. I believe Supreme Court is working on that. Hopefully things may come up. Another very important area where I would request everybody to think upon is, like in every discipline, we call it roster. Like my roster, I have around 4,000 cases in my court. Out of those 4,000, there may be batches of, say, 500 cases or 300 or 200 cases which are exactly similar. They involve same problem, same issue, same legal issue, same facts. The only difference would be slight difference of dates. Now what happens practically? We go through all those 500 files, scan through the date difference, but those files are listed on different dates. I do not have the complete data with me. So there should be some system where similar files, the cases based on similar facts, similar law, with slight difference of dates, there should be some system, something like ChatGPT, not exactly ChatGPT, that's the only thing we laypersons know. Some such system where it tells me that, look, tomorrow you have these 200 cases on, say, let's say, regularization of the worker. So it will be faster, it will be very quicker decision making. So that in our language we call it docket management. So if the docket management is an area where technology can be hugely helpful. So please think of those aspects also. See, then another question, last question which I would put across the all bigwigs is, which often bothers me as a layperson. See, we used to write on stone. We invented paper. We started writing on paper. Today we have reached a stage where we say that no, paper is bad. Do not write on paper because you are killing trees. Can there be a possibility that all this electronic material, information, ultimately these are waves? Can there be a possibility another 50 years down the line there will be a saturation of the space? I am not aware, but this question bothers me a lot. So thank you very much for calling me. Thank you. God bless you.